Hi. I just wanted to check if there is any update on the Solidarity trial for the drugs. And I have another question for Maria. Has there been any update on the Sero study from India? They were supposed to present to WHO a few weeks back. Thank you so much.
I can start with the Solidarity trial. I'm hearing echo. Is it okay?
It's settling down, yes. I think you can go ahead.
So the status as of last week was that we had 24 countries that were actively enrolling in the Solidarity Therapeutics trial at about 400 hospitals and over 9,000 patients enrolled. As you know, we had discontinued two arms of the Solidarity trial, the lopinavir-ritonavir and the hydroxychloroquine arms. And this was based on interim analysis, which showed a lack of efficacy. So these arms were dropped for futility. And the two arms that are continuing at the moment are remdesivir and interferon beta. We're currently actively engaged with manufacturers discussing for inclusion for the next stage of this trial, looking both at anti-inflammatory drugs that can be used in hospitalized moderate to severely ill patients, but also at monoclonal antibodies that could also be used for treatment, as we were discussing earlier. So in the next couple of weeks, we will be ready to announce what the next stage of the Solidarity Therapeutics trial is looking at. And we will also have the data from the ongoing study ready for dissemination. But we've seen incredible cooperation and solidarity. We've had a number of countries waiting actually to start enrolling, and hopefully they will now join when we start the next phase of the study. But currently, this is the second largest clinical trial in the world, having coming close to 10,000 patients, and also the largest trial that's looking at remdesivir, with 3,000 patients randomized to remdesivir. So hopefully we will have a definitive answer on the impact of remdesivir, both on mortality and on clinical progression. Over.
Thank you. And Maria will answer the second part of the question.
Thanks. Yes. So as you mentioned, there are a number of serosurveys, seroepidemiology studies that are ongoing across the world, and there are a number that are currently being conducted in India. So there are some preliminary results that have come back looking at different antibody levels in different cities across the country. Some of them finding quite high levels of seropositivity. What we're trying to get a better understanding on from all of the seroepi studies that are occurring globally are the tests that are being used. So the different antibody tests measure different parts of the antibody response. Some of them do what is called IgM or IgG, and some are looking at neutralizing antibodies, and then there's a whole separate type of study that's looking at a cellular response. And in India, we're working to better understand which ones have looked at neutralizing antibodies, because these are quite important for us to understand the possible protection and how long that protection will last. But we work very closely with our regional office in CRO and our country office in India. And in fact, a number of other additional studies will be conducted in India as part of what we call the Unity studies, which is using a standardized approach of conducting these types of investigations so that we can compare them across a large number of countries. But in India, in the preliminary results we've seen so far, in some areas that have been hardest hit, that have had high incidence levels, they've seen a higher measurement of those antibodies.
Thank you. I'm just double checking whether Dr. Mike Ryan wanted to add anything. No, that's fine. The next question goes to Sarah Wheaton from Politico. Sarah, could you unmute yourself and please go ahead.